too expensive. We're staying at room 13. Usually airy and usually very, and that's just how my life goes. And I don't ever try to dress to impress. Fuck you, preppy assholes. On the 14th floor where the bathroom door don't lie. So happy we don't gotta worry about the cops. We could all get arrested for this, but when the party's mixed, I don't give a shit tonight. Alright. She walks in the bedroom fast, despite all the noise from the crowd. Now she's pantless on the bathroom sink. Her mother would be so proud. Gets on the deed and there's a line to go pee, but the bathroom looks like a war zone.
Welcome in to episode 95 of Phired Up. I'm Mike Gilletto. Joining me as always, Dom Console. Dom, what's going on, man?
What's going on, boys? How are you?
Doing all right. We're getting very close to that century mark, the 100 episodes. Really excited for it. We also have Chris Lucci as always. Chris, what's going on, dude?
What's up, guys? I'm watching Rise of the Skywalker behind me. Adam Driver is an awful bad, like a bad guy. I don't know. I'm just random to bring it up. I don't like him as a bad guy. He's almost too angsty.
Yeah, I like him as Kylo Ren's fine. I don't even seen the third one of that trilogy, but
that's the one he's crying right now. So
I'm not really a Star Wars guy.
Yeah,
he's just crying in front of Han Solo right now. I'm like, come on,
he cries in a lot of movies.
That's what I'm saying.
I am pro Adam Driver. I do think he's a good actor. Have you ever seen what is that movie? They sit Shiva. He plays the brother. It's like him, Tina Fey. Hold on, I gotta look this up. It's a really good movie.
What's the one he plays in where like they get divorced? Him and his
Marriage
wife.
Story.
Is that good?
Yeah, it was good.
Are you talking about This Is Where I Leave You, Dom?
This Is Where I Leave You. Yeah.
I've never seen it, but I just looked it up.
Yeah, their father dies. It's like 4 siblings. Their father dies, and Adam Driver's like the youngest of the siblings, and they sit Shiva, because they're Jewish. But it's really funny. It's a good movie. It's kind of an indie film, I guess. It has a couple big people in it, but it's a good movie. You guys should check it out.
Okay, I'll give it a look. But before we get into everything, I got to tell everybody about our sponsor. Breaking news at Manscaped. They are now selling beard products. That's right. They've gone from waist to face to help you reduce that bulky razor, to help you replace that bulky razor with their brand new Beard Hedger Pro kit. Manscaped helped you get the golden rod of a Greek god, and now they've created the best tool for you to turn heads with a clean, perfectly groomed, conditioned beard. Finally, tame your mane goat by going to manscaped.com and using our code FIREDUP for 20% off and free shipping. Again, that's 20% off and free shipping with code FIREDUP at manscaped.com. The Manscaped Beard Hedger Pro Kit, the premier solution to face grooming. A lot of stuff going on in Manscaped. And before we get into a topic, listen, I don't know about you guys, I'm still kind of in mourning. Like, the loss still hurts, over a week after the fact. You know what I did on Sunday? My first Sunday without football. I turned on the NFL Network and I watched the replay of Super Bowl 52. That's what I did on Sunday.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm there yet.
It made me feel good during, but afterwards I was still a little bitter.
Just remember, Mike, it's better than turning on the XFL and watching.
There was a lot of fun stuff going on in the XFL this weekend.
Did you watch any of the games?
I did, and I saw highlights. Here and there.
I saw that crazy finish. I didn't watch it live. I just saw the highlights.
Yeah, that finish is great. What do you think of those rules? It's
I mean,
but like,
yeah,
I don't know what you guys are talking about. What's the rules?
So basically, a team. I don't know if I might have the details wrong. A team was down 15-3 with about, I think, a minute and a half left. They scored a touchdown to make it 15. I guess it would have been 15-9. But you can get a 3-point conversion if you do it from the 10-yard line. So they did it. That's 15-12. And then instead of an onside kick, you have a 4th and 15. So they converted that, and then they ended up going and scoring the touchdown and winning, I think 18-15 or something like that.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So a lot of theatrics in the game, basically. But yeah, no onside kicks. You could have a 1-point, 2-point, or 3-point conversion.
I think I'd be interested. I think I'd be interested in the onside, the new onside, like the no onside kick, like you were saying.
Well, the thing is, I mean, a 4th and 15 is, I would think, far easier. It's still hard, but far easier to make than an onside
Yeah,
kick.
I agree.
Like an onside kick, like onside kick is what, like a less than probably 5% chance of like success.
I think it's less than that, Mike.
Oh yeah, probably even less than that, right?
But you got to remember, yeah, and especially if you're playing against the old Jim Schwartz stick defense, that's like a 99% chance of a first down.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, you have a better chance of converting.
Exactly. But before we did have a top 5, but before we get into that, I did have one question about kind of the All-Star festivities in the NBA. Who is Mac McClung and why is he involved in All-Star Weekend?
He is,
and that's kind of a rhetorical question.
Yeah. He actually in high school he broke Iverson and who else was it?
JJ Redick.
JJ Redick. Yeah, he broke records. Both of their records in high school. But unfortunately, the game is a lot easier going from high school to college than it is from college to the NBA. So I just don't think his college career really panned out. He's just a guy who just kind of, I guess he like dunks very well. He averages like 8 points in the G League. So
was he G League Player of the Year last year?
I don't think so. A few years ago, the Sixers did have a guy. To be honest, I don't have much information about him other than the fact that he's a really good dunker who is from the G League. Like they signed him to a 2-way deal. Like
Dom, I don't know what happened to your audio. You
No?
got so quiet.
Really?
There you go. You're better now. You're better now.
Oh, okay. I didn't do anything.
I don't know, but much better now. It sounded like you were like in like an elevator shaft. I don't know what the hell was going on.
Yeah, no. So I was just saying he basically is just like a G League guy who like has a 2-way contract. Like a couple days before the dunk contest, it was a guy who just was known for dunking, averages 8 points in the G League. So he's gonna get his 15 minutes, and unfortunately, that's all he'll probably have.
All I know is when I saw that come across the next morning, it said Matt McClung wins dunk contest. I really thought they meant to say wins 3-point competition. I was like, I didn't say anything, Dom. All I know is when I looked at it, I was
white man can dunk.
Right.
So white men can jump.
Yes.
No, and that's fine, and it's a cute story. You think All-Star Weekend, like it's All-Stars. It's not G League guys, It's just it's really weird to me. I don't know.
Some of the tweets after he won, it was like one dude said, Matt McClung single-handedly ruined Black History Month. It's great.
That is funny.
Yeah, that's you're right though, Mike.
Yeah, it's just an All-Star Weekend. You got this guy that nobody hears of.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be the All-Stars. I don't know. Also, they should get rid of all All-Star games. They're all pointless, personally.
Well, baseball's actually pretty decent.
It's been getting better.
Yeah.
I like the home run derby.
Yeah,
at least holds its weight.
I like the weekends better than the actual games, like the activities that all these sports, these leagues do. The home run derby is great. It's so funny. Like about 10 years ago, we used to say like baseball was the worst. Now I think it's actually gotten respectable, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, it's the only thing where the game doesn't change. Like there's not much you could do differently than pitcher, catcher, hit the ball, see ball, hit ball. Like that's baseball.
Yeah.
But my problem with All-Star games in general, though, is like they don't have like the reason for All-Star games back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, or whenever All-Star games started is like that was your once a year time to see all these stars together. Now you could turn on your phone, obviously, and go to Twitter and see the stars all over the place. So you don't need All-Star games anymore. You really don't.
And they used to mean something too.
Yeah.
Well, at least
I don't know if that necessarily means that. Like, I understand what you're saying, but I just think because we see it now, we're seeing it. that doesn't mean they weren't together before. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people didn't know until the Jordan documentary came out that Jordan and Danny Ainge hung out during the Celtics Bull series. Like they golfed and played each other
No, I'm
that
not
night.
talking about that. I'm just talking about it's a chance for you to see them. Like you couldn't just turn on
Oh,
TV every night.
Now they're all on
like,
the same team.
Oh, yeah, true. But yeah, I didn't watch any All Star game. I don't know if any of you guys did.
I watched a little. I watched the 3-point contest. I watched a little bit of the dunk contest, but other than that, that's the only thing I really saw the whole weekend.
I watched the draft last night with LeBron and Giannis, like where they drafted the guys onto their team.
Yeah.
That's a cool concept. I like that concept.
It is. I like it. I think the NHL should go back to it. They did it one year and then they went away from it because I think they felt bad for the last place guy that got picked. But they should go back to it. Yeah, you're a professional athlete. Exactly.
I think it was a way to get people to watch too. Like this is the first year they did that, so I think they were just trying to get
they've had
guys
drafts before,
they
right?
No, they had a live draft.
Not the night of.
Yeah,
Never
they
had
live drafted them.
Oh, I got
Yeah,
you.
last
Okay.
they did it. They would do it like a week before. Like
It
would be like Durant and LeBron on ESPN.
Right.
Doing it, but it was the first time they did it the night of.
Yeah. Okay, I got you.
Did you see LeBron called Luka Doncic's hookah Doncic? Yeah, he called him hookah.
That's
apparently Luka enjoys smoking hookah. Apparently,
well, he's European. Yeah.
Checks out.
During the reserves, like they draft the reserves first and then the starters, and Giannis goes on like this little tangent about like this guy's the next up and comer, and he goes, "I'm going to draft for my team John Morant," and the Ernie's the one doing it, and he's like, "Giannis, he's a starter," and he's like, "Oh, really?" Yeah. He's like, "Really?"
That's funny. So moving on, I asked you guys if you had a top 5 idea because it's been a couple weeks since we've gone to the top 5. We had a lot of Super Bowl talk, obviously. So Chris, you brought up these top 5 non-Philadelphia athlete, favorite non-Philadelphia, and this is current, right?
Current.
Yeah, top 5 non-Philadelphia current athlete, which I really like. I think it's a good topic. So
yeah,
hit me with it.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, cool. Number 5, I'm gonna go with Dame Lillard. I think he's one of those guys that are still like refusing to go to a super team as much as he wanted to, and he actually came out, I think yesterday, saying something about like they got to stop with these super teams. Like it's just not fun anymore.
Wait, was he the one that I saw?
Well,
did he also say something? There was one of the NBA players said they want to get rid of the load management. Was it Dame?
That was
who was that?
Who's the rookie on Minnesota? Or he's young on Minnesota, Dom.
Anthony Edwards.
Edwards said it. Yeah.
Anthony, that's who it was. He became my new favorite player. I love that idea.
I will say this though. I'll let you get back in your top 5. This is the first time in years that the NBA is actually really spread out, as spread out as it's ever been.
I agree.
So I think they're going on the right track.
I think like with Portland, and not Portland, Phoenix now with like LeBron, Booker, Paul,
Durant.
You guys. I mean, yeah, Durant. You guys saw today Russell Westbrook signed up in LA, so I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but that's kind of, I guess, where he was going. But I like his thought process behind it. Like he stayed with Portland through and through.
It's really tough to kind of get small markets, these big stars.
Yep.
So like, the people are just waiting for the ball to drop for Giannis to leave Milwaukee or. They were waiting for Lillard just to leave Portland to go to New York, Philadelphia, Chicago, like things like that. But it's definitely trending in the right direction, I think. But go ahead, finish your top 5.
I didn't know if you guys will allow this one or not. Albert Pujols, we good with that?
Yeah.
Sure.
It's technically current. I don't know, he retired. It's a fine line, but I'll accept it.
All right, so for Albert Pujols, number 3, my favorite wide receiver in the NFL, Devontae Adams. Love the guy.
Okay.
Drafted him with my first pick for the past like 3-4 years. Number 2, Josh Allen.
Okay.
And number 1, the greatest player in NBA history, LeBron James.
Oh God.
Oh God. Oh, how did I know that?
This
was
is why he
coming?
wanted to do it.
Yeah.
This is why he wanted to do it.
The greatest, the GOAT.
He just wanted to, he just wanted to stroke off LeBron again.
Oh boy.
Got to stick with my convictions.
No, I get it. Dom, hit me with it.
All right, so number 5, I also have Dame Lillard. Obviously for very similar reasons. Sticks with it. In Portland. At one point, Mike, I think Mike can attest to this. I came on here for like 3 straight weeks saying, get me Dame Lillard in a Sixers jersey. So yeah, I haven't met number 5. Number 4, I think might surprise you guys a little bit. Not surprise you that it's on my just a random name that I don't think you guys would ever think of me putting him here. Just a phenom, a future Hall of Fame TJ Watt. Love TJ Watt.
Okay.
Yeah, he's probably my favorite non-Eagle.
Okay.
Well, second favorite non-Eagle. Number 3, I have the man who changed the game, Steph Curry. Obviously the greatest 3-point shooter of all time. Very underrated, can get to the bucket, stuff like that. Number 2, I have Mookie Betts.
Okay.
I think Mookie Betts could play in any era. Very versatile. Can play anywhere in the outfield. Can play second base. Just an all around good player. He's a really good dude. When I went up to Boston and back in December, they were telling us a story that like the what do you call it? The tour guide was saying he had these like 7th graders who came to tour for like a field trip, and he said Mookie Betts. It was like April, 2 weeks into the season, and Mookie Betts lived across the street from Fenway. So he was coming out, and these group of 7th graders were screaming his name, and he sat there and talked to them for like an hour. Like 7th graders just from Boston. Like just an all around good dude, good player. And number 1, I mean, listen, I've been saying it the last couple of weeks. Number 9 in Cincinnati, Joe Burrow, my guy.
Yep.
He, not only does he run Cincinnati, he also owns Burrowhead. So
Yeah,
Burrowhead.
that is
he's
true.
3-1. He's 3-1 in that stadium. So
Burrowhead
that's
my ass.
top 5.
It still hurts. I can't do that. No, I do like the Burrow concept, and he's on my list my list as well.
Just big balls. Does not he does not he gets better as the season goes. He does not shrink when the moment is big. He's just
a winner,
gets bigger.
and I know he hasn't won yet in the NFL, but he's a winner.
Yeah.
He's number 5 on my list. My list is fairly different than both of yours.
Well, yeah, I assume you were gonna have hockey players.
Yeah. So number 4, Shohei Ohtani. I know both of you think he's overrated and he's kind of overblown what he's done in his career, but the fact that he can do it from both sides, pitching and hitting, I think he's super fun and incredible to watch. Number 3, I do have Mookie Betts for all the reasons you listed. Now, love me some Mookie. And then my top 2 are hockey players.
Number 5, Mike.
Can I guess?
My number 5 is Joe Burrow.
I'm gonna let you go.
Okay. Sorry.
I'll let you name them.
No, guess because you're gonna know one for sure.
I know one of them definitely.
Yeah.
It's McDavid.
McDavid's number 1 on my list. Correct.
Okay. I'm curious to see who number 2 is. Hockey player. I'm gonna go Cal McCarr.
Kel McCarr, you nailed it.
Yeah.
I mean, they're obviously one's a center, one's a defenseman, but Kel McCarr, basically, people call him the Connor McDavid of defense. Like he's just shifty. And McDavid is so fun to watch. Like even if you don't like hockey, turn on any Edmonton Oilers game and you will have so much fun watching it. And I think the gap from McDavid to the second best player is far greater than any other gap from 1 to 2 in professional sports.
That's fair. Like to me, I think like baseball, football, basketball, you can everybody can like it's subjective. The number 1 player. I don't think it is for hockey. Like I think most people have McDavid as the best player in the world right now. He almost made my list, but I don't watch enough Edmonton Oilers. Not that I'm sitting here on a Tuesday or Monday night watching Portland play, but I've watched enough of Damian Lillard, enough of Mookie Betts, Steph Curry, guys like that. I thought about McDavid just to get a hockey player in there. He's definitely my top 10. I just don't watch as much hockey as you do, so that's why I don't have any hockey.
You'll have a perfect time to watch him tomorrow night when he plays the Flyers. So there you go.
There you go. It's in Edmonton?
It is in Edmonton, so I think it's probably a 9 o'clock start, if I had to guess. It is 9 o'clock tomorrow night, yep. So
So real quick, the reason why I picked this, there's a specific reason why.
Okay.
We're 2 weeks removed from the Super Bowl.
Yeah, 8
Okay,
days, I think.
the reason I picked this is before the Super Bowl or before the Eagles are playing the Chiefs, is Pat Mahomes in either of your top 5?
So I was about to give a couple honorable mentions that he was in there, and part of the reason I didn't put him over Joe Burrow, I'm a little bitter.
Yeah,
A little bitter.
That's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see because I myself did the same thing, Mike.
I if I had to make a top 10, he'd definitely be my top 10, even before the Super Bowl or after the Super Bowl. I just love Burrow.
Yeah, no, it was between Mahomes or Burrow, and the fact that Mahomes, I'm still a little salty, kind of kicked him out. I also think Jamar Chase is like an honorable mention. He's so fun to watch too. But
yeah,
all right, we can move on then. That was a good top 5.
That was harder than I thought.
It really was.
But it was a good hard, like it was a good challenge.
Yes,
because it's I can name like 25 guys off the top of my head, and it's just like narrowing it down to 5. It's tough. Every week with the top 5, it's kind of tough, you know. Just trying to narrow down. I used to have 5 honorable mentions when we started this, so
that's true. That is true. All right, we can kind of move along here. So we did mention the Super Bowl, obviously. And last week on the show, we said, then wasn't the time to look into, the offseason and the moves. And so I guess we'll kind of start getting into that this week. Bunch of, obviously, pending free agents, or I guess technically free agents now, and kind of go player by player, who they should keep, who they should, let walk, whatever. Number 1 on our list. Thanks, Chris, for putting this list together. I appreciate it.
Yes.
Kazir White. I think he was kind of under expectations a little bit. He was fine, ups and downs. I don't know that there's any money to really pay him.
He started off the season really well too.
Yeah, he did.
First 6 weeks, he was a bang for his buck. Like, what we're getting out of him is, far more than what we expected. But he just kind of fell off.
Well, the thing is with me, and it's either you're going to bring back one of them, Kaiser White or TJ Edwards. I think either one of them are coming back. It's which one is coming back is the question, because Nakobe Dean's going to take. Yeah. If anything, I hate to say this because I like TJ Edwards, but I think Nakobe Dean more fits that like Mike linebacker in the middle, to where like you'd need a guy like Kaiser to be back.
Yeah, I think Dean is a lot faster, so he can get from sideline to sideline at the middle spot. So I think that makes sense. I don't want Kaiser White back personally, but I guess what you said kind of makes sense.
I don't know. I think Edwards is the better player. At least had the better season.
Yeah.
Maybe not necessarily the better player, but I think he had the better season. But I mean, who do you think gets paid more? Like, I think that's what it comes down to. Whatever one of those two.
TJ Edwards is going to get paid a lot.
Do you think so?
I think.
Yep.
And I know he had a good amount of tackles, but 2 years ago, I mean, nobody's talking about TJ Edwards like this. So is it a flash in the pan? Like, I think it's very risky if you pay him that much.
I think that the issue with the Eagles and TJ Edwards is the Eagles have way too many guys that they have to pay. It's not that they don't want TJ Edwards back. It's not that they can't afford him, that he's going to ask for too much. I just think that they have too many other holes, too many other needs to say, all right, we'll bring TJ back. I think it just turns into,
casualty.
Yeah.
No,
maybe.
I agree.
One of those two guys.
Chris, you might have mentioned. I think they do keep one of the two, and I think it's whatever one you can get cheaper.
Yeah,
whatever one,
I agree with that.
Whatever one you pay the less money to, I think will be on this roster.
Kaiser White's going to be the cheaper option.
You think so?
Honestly, I do. I think because TJ Edwards is younger too. So
is he really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kaiser White's like 5-6 years in the league. TJ Edwards, it's not much younger, but he's about to go his 4th or 5th year. Yeah.
Huh. All right.
And also, Kaiser has injury history too, where TJ Edwards hasn't been injured.
Yeah, because he didn't play his first 2 years.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
No, it's a good thing. Yeah, no. What's that?
But
special teams guy.
No, I'm saying that's a positive of what you're saying. Like he didn't play the first 2 years. He didn't get wear and tear on his body, like Kaiser White.
But yeah, I do think it's one of the two, and then you slide Nakobe Dean into that second spot, a lot cheaper, obviously rookie deal. I think that makes a lot of sense. So the next guy on this list, Ndamukong Suh, he's gone. We don't have to talk about him, right?
I'd be interested. I think so, and we'll get it through. While we go through the list, but I don't think Fletcher Cox is coming back. So I think you could get in because I think Cox is going to want a 2-year deal. I don't think the Eagles are going to be willing to give more than a 1-year deal. Where I think Sue would be able to take a 1-year deal as like a locker room presence guy.
I agree. I don't think Cox is back.
Yeah, I just think they need veteran presence, and I think Sue might be someone that they could look to for that locker room because I don't think Graham's going to be back either. I know we're jumping ahead of ourselves.
You don't think Graham's going to be back?
No, I think he's another one that wants like a 2-3 year deal.
I don't know. I picture him finishing his career as an Eagle.
Yeah, I would hope so. It'd be the right thing to do, but I just think that they're going to not have that veteran in the locker room, and that's why they may bring like a Sue back.
I actually kind of feel differently than you guys. I feel like they're both going to come back on a 1-year deal.
Really?
Cox and Graham, yeah.
You think?
Really? I think Cox had a good enough year to where the Eagles say, all right, we'll bring you back for another year. The reason with Brandon Graham, I think Brandon Graham could take a cheap deal to stay here 1 more year because I don't think he's got, he had a great year this year, obviously, one of a career year almost. It might have been his most sacks in his career.
It was. But, his first double digit sack.
Yeah. But I just don't know how much more Brandon Graham's going to play. He's, 34 this year? He's going to be 35.
34. He's about to turn 35, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know how much more Brandon Graham's going to or has left in the tank physically, how much he really wants to play. I have a better feeling Brandon Graham comes back for a 1-year cheaper deal. But I wouldn't be surprised if, honestly, because we were saying the last 3 years, this is it for Fletcher Cox. This is it.
Especially when they cut him last year.
Back. Yeah, but he just keeps coming back. Yeah. So, I guess it's more of a I'll believe it when I see it kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised if both of those guys stick around for.
I would love them both to stay. I just think that they want.
I think you have a better shot with Graham. I do.
So, what do you think about Sue though?
I think it's possible that he comes back cheap. I do. I mean, what do they love those interior defensive linemen.
And he wasn't bad. He was effective too.
Yeah. He's more than Joseph, but who's on the inside from this year? Ndamukong Suh, Fletcher Cox, Milton Williams, Hargrave, Joseph, Milton, what's his name? Jordan Davis. That's 6 guys off the top of your head. And I think there was another kid that played too.
Tui Pelotu.
Yeah. That's 7 guys. They just love those interior guys, so I think they'll try their hardest to bring back as much as they possibly can, as long as it fits under,
that's what
under what they can afford.
But actually, Dom, you're correct. Is what I was thinking too. It also fits on whoever this defensive coordinator, what their scheme's going to run too.
True.
That's a huge part into this decision. I don't know if Brandon Graham's going to want to have to be in the wide 9 again. If a guy's like, we're going to run a wide 9 defense, I don't know if he's going to want that. I don't know if they switch to a 3-4. It all depends on that defensive coordinator too.
True, that's true.
Yeah, and we still don't know who that's going to be.
Yeah.
All right, moving along here. Isaac Seumalo. Obviously part of one of the greatest offensive lines in football.
I think he's gone.
I'm going too. I think gone too.
I think he gets
paid. Who slides into his spot? Do you get another body, or is it
on
the roster? Juergens. Yep. Yeah. What happens in that?
Comes back.
I was gonna say we could kind of move down the list a little bit. If Kelsey doesn't come back, then what? That's 2 of your 5 that are gone.
You're gonna have to get a guard at that point. Yeah. They don't really have guards on their developmental. I know they had that Josh Sills kid, but looks like he's gonna go to jail.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So, I would think so.
I don't know if there's anybody else that jumps at me. I know Dickerson was obviously moved to left guard, and I thought Juergens would probably play right guard if
they could draft somebody.
Yeah, they could.
They could.
In the 2nd round, maybe.
Yeah.
Back-to-back years, centers.
Yeah.
Drafted, right?
Yeah.
Dickerson, Juergens.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, Seumalo was supposed to be the center too.
He was. Yeah, you're right.
And they drafted him.
Yeah.
That's funny. All right, so then we'll just do the next two. Kind of feel like not go hand in hand, but they're very similar. So we'll just talk about both of them: Boston Scott and Miles Sanders. I think they could bring back Boston Scott. I'm not the greatest Boston Scott fan, but I don't see a way that Miles Sanders is on this roster because I think he's going to want too much money.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think Scott's back on like another 1 year, $1.5 million deal, and I think Sanders is gone.
Agreed.
And then they draft a running back probably.
Draft a running. I was about to ask that. Do you draft? Do you get one out of free agency? Because like Gainwell and Scott are not the kind of running backs you want like your offense to revolve around. Now, granted, this is a pass heavy offense with Jalen Hurts running, obviously, so you don't need your running back to do that. But you need a third guy in that rotation.
You need a lead back,
Right, exactly.
No carrier.
And neither of those guys.
Nope. Yeah, no.
So I don't know. Do you draft one? Free agency? I have to look. I think there's a couple decent names.
Go get what's his name? Kareem Hunt. Go get Kareem Hunt.
I'm on board with that.
Do you think he makes more than Miles Sanders' contract, whatever that
Yeah.
was? No, you don't think so?
Yeah. Not now. Not after last year.
Yeah, it's true.
I think Jacobs is going to get paid. I think Jacobs is going to set the market.
Yep.
And, Saquon's also up for contract. So I think that's what's going to really hurt like the Eagles' chances with Miles because I think he's going to be like, I deserve to be paid like those guys.
Had a better year than Saquon.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
So I can't fault him for wanting it. I'm trying to look at the free agents available. So Saquon, Kareem Hunt, Rashad Penny, Jamal Williams, Josh Jacob, Mark Ingram, Rex Burkhead, Raheem Mostert. I mean, it falls off quick.
Rex Burkhead. Oh my gosh.
Still in the NFL. Where did he play? Houston last year?
Burkhead. Yes, he was with Houston. Yep. So it falls off quick. I'm not really seeing any name that Kenyon Drake. I think is an interesting name, but he hasn't really done much. There's really not much there. So you're probably drafting a guy, honestly.
I would love a dude like Jamal Williams here. I would love his
interesting
energy and like he's just like got that quote unquote dog mentality that Nick Sirianni likes to talk about.
Yep. Yeah, no, I would like Jamal Williams. I mean, the question is though, like, just how much does he get paid? Like,
how much does he fit as the primary guy too? Like,
how many touchdowns did he score?
How many what?
Didn't he break a record for touchdowns in a season?
He might have.
I think he beat Barry Sanders' record.
I'm trying to pull it up.
He scored like 16 touchdowns this year.
Did he really?
Yeah, he had a monster year because remember, Swift was out for like 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah. My computer's fucking not working. Oh, here we go. I got it. So last year he had 17 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah. It was a good year.
Yeah.
Way to go for him to really make sure that, he got it the year of his contract.
Of course.
Yeah.
Contract year. All right, so moving on. Robert Quinn. See you later. See you fucking later.
See ya.
Waste a 4th round pick.
Yeah. I mean, listen, it was worth it at the time. You took a risk, you swung, and you missed. It happens, I guess, right? Zach Pascal. I can see them keeping Pascal, absolutely. And
fourth receiver, yeah.
4th receiver.
That's with the intentions that they get a 3. I
was gonna say, if right now I trust him more than I trust.
Oh, sure.
Quez, but go out and get a number 3 guy.
Right.
Yeah. Agreed.
Gardner Minshew. He's expiring.
Gone.
What do they do at backup quarterback? Draft a guy.
Draft a guy.
Bring back Foles.
Bring back that Reed Sinnett. I think that was some guy that they really liked him. Yeah. Also, they did have Ian Book.
What about your boy? Where's your boy at?
He's in Arizona. He's in Arizona right now.
He's in Arizona. With Gannon. They can both go fuck.
What's he in law school?
Yeah. But Ian Book's been on the practice squad all year, so I'm sure he's a guy that they want to continue to develop.
Yeah, Minshew's probably not back. He was
I
fine. He was
I
a
think
fine
someone's
backup.
going to pay him to play to like compete for a job. I know, but I
Yeah.
do. I think he's going to be like brought on
Like
on like a
who?
1 year.
Like what teams need like Vegas? I guess
There's
if
a
they
lot
move
of
from
teams. There's a
Carr,
lot of
like,
teams that need a quarterback this year.
Like
Tampa,
will
the Raiders, the Packers
be
might
back?
need one.
Will Kyler be back for the beginning of the season? No. So the Arizona needs a quarterback to get them
Arizona,
through.
the Jets. The Jets might look for a quarterback. Houston,
Baltimore, Atlanta,
Washington.
a lot of teams.
We just named half the league.
that is true. God, why do quarterbacks suck so much? It's crazy.
The Giants. Because did you guys see the news that came out today?
Yes,
They're
yes.
out of their goddamn
would
mind.
love
if they even
$45
do.
million.
He's definitely worth $45 million. They should pay him. The
I hope they don't, because that means Jalen's getting $75 million a year.
You know what I've been thinking though? I've really been thinking hard about this. I think Jalen might be the guy that says like, "Nah, I'm good at 40. Go get me pieces." Like I
think he could
really
be.
think he has that sort of mentality. Like I'm good. $40 million a year. I'm good. Go get me.
Yeah, I don't know that you're.
think
I don't know that you're
$40
gonna
a year.
get. I don't know that you're gonna get a crazy discount, because like that's just not the way players think. But I do think there's something to the fact that like he's a team guy. He wants to win, and if knocking, instead of getting $45 million a year, he gets $40 million a year. I could definitely see that, because he wants to win. Like he's a winner.
Yep. Yeah.
Hope so. Rick Lovato, I'll be honest, who gives a fuck?
They'll probably bring him back super cheap because
He's a
long snappers last 15 years in the same team. So
I don't even understand why that's a job. Why is a long snapper a job? Why can't your center just snap the ball? It doesn't make any sense that there's one job to be a long snapper. Your center can't do that?
They snap with two hands, right?
What? Your center can't snap with two hands that time?
Yes, it's a tighter throw. Those balls.
I'm fine with Jason Kelsey. I'm fine with Kelsey not taking the beating, honestly.
Well, no,
Beating
you're
your
not allowed
long
to touch.
snapper.
And they're not allowed to touch.
Yeah. Oh
Center's
well,
not allowed to get
I'm
touched
just
at all.
saying. Well, I'm just saying on punt returns and shit. Like you got to run down the field block.
Yeah, they do.
I'm
Yeah.
not looking for Kelsey to do that. Get the fuck out of here.
It's wild that long snapping is a job in the NFL. That's literally your only
Listen,
job.
I'm pro job. I'm pro job. So
Especially in this economy.
yeah, I was gonna say boost the economy. I'm
Yeah.
pro jobs.
Yeah. We sort of mentioned his name a little earlier, Linval Joseph. I don't think he'll be back.
Probably not.
Especially if we bring back Sue and Orcox.
I think the reason. Go ahead.
No, you're good now.
I was just gonna say I think there was different reasons why Joseph and Sue lasted so long, like they weren't signed. Joseph just didn't have it, and we saw it. We just kind of just didn't have anything left, and Sue was just waiting for the right team to call him, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think, which inevitably injuries happen in the league, so he was just waiting for the right spot. But yeah, I don't think Joseph's going to be back.
Yeah, he actually put an Instagram post up today about like thanking the Eagles fans for everything they've done for him this year. So I think he's going to retire probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Next on the list, Tyree Jackson. Now, there was once upon a time, long ago, we were very high on Tyree Jackson.
Yeah, he was going to save this franchise.
Yeah. Then I think he hurt his back or whatever he hurt.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
He stubbed his pinky toe and was out 25 weeks. Yeah,
Yep.
that guy.
Right. They might keep him around, kind of fighting
Practice
for a spot,
squad guy.
something like that. But I don't think he's in their plans long term, personally.
Yeah.
Nope.
All right, Javon Hargrave. This is a guy that I would love to keep. I just think he's going to get paid too much money, and the Eagles can't afford him.
I think they bring him back, honestly.
I think
Do
they
you?
bring him back too.
Dude,
Yeah, I don't think you can let him go.
that's a problem. He's gonna want a lot, and he deserves it too. Like he's one of the more underrated guys in the league.
Especially if Cox is walking, I think they're going to look at it and say, we got to put somebody next to Jordan Davis. And Javon Hargrave has put up numbers that I'm going to say it, some Hall of Famers. You know what I mean? Like as a defensive tackle, like they don't get sacks like
Yep. He gets to the quarterback.
Yeah.
Totally.
So I'd be willing to pay him too.
Yeah, me too. I think I saw today they said 4 years, 60 million for someone like him.
Yeah.
That's not awful. What's that?
Well,
15 a year?
how old is he?
29, 30, right? Do I have that right?
I think like 28 or 29. This is his second This will be his third contract.
If he's 28, I think about that 4 years. I'd probably if he's 30 or over.
He
tough.
just turned 30 last month.
Yeah, that's tough. Then because you might get 2 really great years out of him, and then the last 2 years, it's like.
Well, you know what Howie will probably do? He'll probably front load those contracts.
Yeah, true.
And then like the last 2 years,
know what? We're here for a good time, not a long time. Fuck it. 4 years, 60 million. Let's do it.
You know, I can get behind that rationale. You mentioned a little bit ago, Brandon Graham. We all think so. We're staying, right?
I think he's leaving.
That's right. You did.
Yeah,
say
I
that.
do. I think he's leaving.
Yeah.
I won't be surprised if he leaves. I just think he wants to retire as an Eagle. I just won't be
agree.
surprised. That's what I mean. I wouldn't be surprised if he
Yeah.
comes back on a 1 year cheaper end deal.
I'm gonna give you the team I think he's going to as well.
Detroit.
I think he goes to Detroit. Yeah, I think he's on.
Sorry.
The line. Yeah, no, I think that's where he goes. Back
Why
home.
Detroit? Does he have ties up? Is he from?
He's
there?
from Detroit. Yeah.
Yeah, he went to Michigan for college. Like
Okay.
I think he just goes back home for his Guys like to do that for their end of their career.
Yeah, and people love what
look at his
and
football
people
card
love.
and like.
Sorry,
It would suck to look. Sorry. It would suck to look at his football card and just see Philadelphia and then just Detroit for 1 year and then he retires. It would really suck.
Yeah, but like people are really in love with what Detroit's building up there, so I could kind of see him wanting to be a part of that.
Yo, I saw some TikTok yesterday that projected the
I saw this too.
whole NFC.
Yeah,
They had Detroit as number 3. The
it's
3
fucking insane. I know.
12 and what 5 or whatever it is.
Where
12
they have the
yeah.
Eagles?
4. 2.
Second, I think.
49ers won.
Yep.
Yeah.
So next on the list, I think, is priority number 1. It starts there. Number 23, CJGJ. You love 23. You gotta resign him. He's to me, he's the first priority before
They just
giving Jalen Hurts a
he's
contract.
going to probably get the franchise tag.
Yes.
Well, they said I read today that if they can't come up with a deal, they're going to franchise tag him.
Yeah. But basically, he's not going anywhere, which is good. I think he's the top priority. I do his deal before I touch Jalen Hurts.
Oh, of course.
Absolutely.
Oh, for Jalen?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say Hargrave.
No. Before Jalen Hurts. Like to
I'd
me,
rather
Garner Johnson's the number 1 priority. Because Hurts is under contract. You don't need to sign him. Like I know you're going to, but like to me, get Garner Johnson done first.
I just wouldn't be surprised if they say here's the money, Jalen, and then they go to Garner Johnson and they can't figure something out, so they'd rather franchise tag him.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm not saying I disagree with you. I'm just saying I just kind of picture them going that way more than anything.
Yeah. Moving on our list.
But I will say real quick.
Sorry,
the Garner Johnson, like franchise tagging that guy, kind of worries me a little bit because he's a guy who came here wanting a deal, and with these guys these days, it's just like they don't get their deal, they're just going to sit. So it kind of worries me a little bit. But
he doesn't strike me as a guy that's going to sit though. I don't think.
I mean, you never know.
I guess things can maybe get messy and he has to be dealt, but I don't. He strikes me as the type of guy that wants to compete. Like I think he'll play. He might not be happy.
I hope so.
But I think he'd play.
I hope so.
Moving on, Marcus Epps.
Gone, I think.
Kind of had a rocky career. Some good moments, some bad moments. At some point, there's only so many bodies. I think he's probably gone.
I think Blankenship did enough where they feel comfortable enough with at least giving him that strong safety spot.
He looked good, Blankenship.
And he's under control for 3 more years as an undrafted free agent.
Yep. Totally. Anything to add, Dom?
No, I just agree. I think he's
Look
gone.
like you had something to say.
No.
Moving on, we mentioned him a little earlier. TJ Edwards. Again, I think it's one of White or Edwards. And whatever one you can get cheaper, which it sounds like you guys think will be White. So they'll probably move on from Edwards. All right, then Andre Dillard.
This is the interesting one.
Yeah. I think depth is extremely important, especially in the offensive line. One guy goes down, you could be fucked really, like royally. But I think Andre Dillard wants to be a starting tackle.
Yeah.
He can be, yes.
Yeah.
So I think he's going to get paid like a starting tackle, and he wants to be a starting tackle, and I don't think that'll be here.
Here's
Correct. I agree.
here's another thing, Mike. One of his biggest qualms is that his arms are not long enough for a tackle. If Kelsey decides he's going to retire, you keep Jurgens. Do you try and sign Dillard as a guard? He's been with the team.
Yeah.
I know that he's come in and played left guard when Landon Dickerson would go out for a couple plays this past year.
He can do it for sure.
He has Stoutland's already here. He already has chemistry with these guys. So he was somebody that interests me as maybe a guard option if Kelsey retires since they don't bring Sam Alu back.
Yeah, but are you willing to pay him enough for him to say, all right, I won't take that job in wherever? What if a team is offering him money to play left tackle, but we're offering him money to play guard? I don't know if would he take that?
Well, here's the thing though, Don. What's this? His 5th year or 6th? Was this a
5? Yeah, 5th. 2018, right? Or 20?
He
2019.
Did he get drafted the year? Yeah, 2019. Yep.
Yeah, it was not the year of the Super Bowl. It was the year after because Goddard was the first. It was the second round pick. It was the first pick of the year.
The question is he hasn't ever started. He started a couple games, but he hasn't been a consistent starter. So we know what he has and what he can be but are other teams willing to spend that type of money on him as a tackle?
Well, I think that's a positive. He doesn't have
suitors. Yeah, but he doesn't have suitors either.
Right. So I don't know. I'm just thinking of it as I don't know who's a team that needs a tackle, like a left tackle. Let's just make up a team. The Bengals. Okay, right. The Bengals call and say, hey, we'll offer you. I'm just making up a number, $20 million to play tackle, but the Eagles are offering him $15 million to play guard. I just don't think he's gonna pass up left tackle. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Yeah, you're probably right.
All right, Fletcher Cox, next guy on our list. We obviously mentioned him a little earlier. I don't know. I think the marriage between Cox and the Eagles is slowly coming to an end. Even with the season that he had last year, I thought they were definitely moving on from him after they released him. I think he's gone. I think he looks elsewhere. I think he wants a 2-year deal somewhere, 2 or 3 year deal. I don't know that he.
I think he's got a better chance of leaving and playing somewhere else than Brandon Graham does. Kind of like the Ndamukong Suh, where the last couple years of his playing career, he's going to go places that he's going to try to win, try to help, try to be a leader, a mentor, try to be somewhere he can do what he did here, where he could stay fresh, come off for plays, stuff like that. So I won't be surprised if I just don't know. It's really going to depend on what they do with other guys too. I just don't think he's the top priority, but if these other guys, if they have money and these other guys are going, I think there's a chance they say, here's an offer, and he takes it.
Yeah, here's something.
Yeah.
Right. Last guy on our list, James Bradbury. Listen, it's still a little fresh in my mind. The hold in the Super Bowl. He had a very good year. But I don't know that the money's there to get him and CJ,
right.
And I think he wants to get paid. I think there's. I don't think he's on the roster next year.
Me neither.
Yeah, and you have to get younger cornerback. You have to start developing corners. You have to.
I think they'll draft somebody. I don't know if it'll be as high as 10. But
I think it is.
You think it is as high as 10?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I do know they may trade that pick and move back a little bit, but I think there's a chance it could be their first pick.
Yeah.
Wherever that is.
Right.
Unless they move on for a defensive end.
Secondary in general might be their first 2 picks.
Okay.
I do think that they're going to try and get a safety. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just as insurance for, if Blankenship really doesn't work, you have somebody else.
Yeah, I don't know that.
And Blankenship's cheap enough And Blanken's just cheap enough to sit on the bench. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like as a
Yep.
backup. So
Yep.
Yeah, totally.
I think there's a lot of holes that they need. Defensive end. They're going to need a cornerback. They're going to need probably a safety, probably another linebacker, a guard.
Maybe a center. Well, I guess not
running
necessarily
back,
moving shape.
A backup quarterback.
Yeah. So a running back, a backup quarterback, probably a third receiver. Like there's a lot here that they're going to need.
I know we talk about Quez a lot and his inconsistencies, and he's not a great number 3 receiver. I think he stays on the roster.
He really does. Yeah.
I think he'll be a 3 or 4. I think it'll be him and Pascal in the 3-4 spot, battling. For
Yeah,
the
but
third spot.
but
he's a cheap
honestly,
option. Who else is out there to get? Like, I think they're going to stay with these guys because they're cheap.
I could see them doing that.
Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham's out there. You wouldn't take him as a third receiver?
No, I wouldn't.
Too much drama.
Yeah, he's a head case. I don't love bringing that into this locker room. Like, this team is tight. Good leader, good head on their shoulders with Hurts, and I don't want that coming into the locker room at all.
I think that Watkins and Pascal. I agree, Mike. I think that if they're not going to touch any position, it's going to be receiver. They may draft a guy late just for depth, but I think if they're going to keep any core the same, it's probably going to be receiver. They're probably willing to keep Watkins and Pascal as that kind of 3 guy. Because listen, they have the probably the best receiving 1 and 2 in the league in Smith and AJ Brown. They have Goddard. They have other weapons. So it's not the end of the world. I know how we feel about Watkins, but
I saw somebody suggest an interesting guy for a wide receiver number 3. Played under Sirianni with the Colts. I'm drawing a blank on his fucking name.
Paris Campbell.
Yes, Campbell.
Yeah. He was speculated with him this year at either at the deadline or in the offseason or something. They were rumblings about that.
Right, and he's a free agent. You can just sign him. I think that's a name to watch.
I also like
Pascal too.
I'm sorry.
Isn't Pascal was with?
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's the other dude that's DJ Chark as a number 3?
I like Chark a lot.
Is he a free agent?
Yeah.
I think he gets paid like a number 1 or 2.
You think?
And maybe not a 1, but a 2.
Yeah.
What
did he do this year? Because he was really good until he got hurt a couple years.
30 catches, 500 yards, 3 touchdowns.
How many games did he play?
I don't have that.
Right? Oh, okay.
I would like Chark, definitely.
Mecole Hardman.
I just worry about Chark's.
Chark played 11 games.
Yeah, I think he's been banged up the last couple years. He's a big dude too. He's like 6'5", 6'4".
6'4", 198.
Yeah, to be like a slot guy that big, I don't know if that works. Being
Taking
6'4",
a lot of hits too.
So this is in his 5-year career. These are the amount of games he played: 11, 15, 13, 4, 11.
Yeah, he can't stay healthy.
6'4", 198 is really thin.
Yeah,
it's almost as thin as Devontae Smith.
Yeah. And what's he like? 6 foot, 6'2", whatever.
Yep. He's small. Who else is that?
Maybe that's why he can't stay healthy.
Yeah.
Darius Slayton. 46 catches, 724 yards and 2 touchdowns.
He's a nice slot guy, honestly, Slayton.
Yeah, I think like Campbell.
He might get, somewhere that will pay him a little bit too much.
Yeah. Probably.
Jacoby Myers.
Nah.
Slayton's probably my favorite so far.
Slayton's your favorite?
Yeah.
Juju?
No, I don't want him anywhere near my fucking team.
Dude,
TikTok boy.
He could put up 100 catches for 2,000 yards for the next 5 years, and I would never sign him.
No.
Even for free. I wouldn't take him for free.
No. Yeah, stay away from my team.
Yeah. Stay away from my city.
Yeah.
TikTok boy.
TikTok boy. That I'm not referring to him anything other than TikTok boy. for as long as I mentioned his name.
So what do we got? We got Glenn Rivers and TikTok Boy.
Yes, exactly. Glenn Rivers and TikTok Boy. There you go. Anything else, Eagles? Or you want to move on here?
Did you guys see about just real quick Gannon saying that the Eagles offered him more money to come back as a defensive coordinator?
Offered him more money than he got to be a coach?
Yep, a head
Get the
coach.
fuck out of here.
Plays with
Why?
himself.
Why?
He plays with himself.
That's what he said. He also did finally take blame for the Super Bowl loss today.
I didn't hear what he said. What did he say about
In
it?
his press conference, he said he didn't do enough.
Yeah.
No. You think?
Yeah.
Yeah, video. I don't know who he was talking to. He went up to a guy in the locker in the weight room or something,
Yeah.
and he went, "Oh man, with you it was boom, 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 boom," and the dude looked at him like, "What the fuck is this guy talking about?" Did you see that?
Yeah,
No,
I did see this. Yeah.
Oh, I gotta send it to you right now.
No, it is
Can
one of the
you
more
play
wild
it, like,
things.
are you able to play it real quick?
Let me try to find it. Hold on.
It's,
amongst
I
yourselves.
watched it today. I'm like, there's no somebody had to dub this. Like, there's no way this is real. He walked up to a player. I don't think it was Kyler Murray. It was somebody
No,
else.
it wasn't.
Yeah, he's like, oh man, we get you in space and it's just boom, 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 and he does like
See if I
hand
can
motions.
find it.
He does like these hand motions, and he's like, ah man, I was like, I didn't think it was real. I thought it was fake. I was like, somebody like put like just like bad lip readers.
Yes. Yeah.
I thought it was something like that. Dude, it's dead serious, and whoever the player is looks at him like he's got 15 heads.
Hold on.
Dude, it's the funniest thing in the world.
He also
I just
took
pulled it up. Hold on.
our
Let me-
linebackers coach
What
as his
happened?
defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Hold on. Try to pull this up here. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this.
Yeah.
We will see. All right. Did it get full screen for you guys?
Yeah.
All
Yep.
right, there
Yep.
we go.
What's up? Hey! What's up, man? How you doing? Good.
Is that Buddha
Good.
Baker?
Shots. Explosives.
What in the world was that? Are you sure that wasn't fake?
Dude, it is 100% real. I've watched it 55 times. I laughed
What's up,
every
man? How you
time.
doing? Good.
Pew,
Good.
pew, pew.
Shots. Explosives.
Shots.
You can run.
Explosives.
I swear to God, I thought that was fake for like 3 hours today. I was like, yeah, that's not a real video. And then I went back, and it's very real.
He just walked up and said, "Oh, what's up, dude?" Shoom, shoom, shoom.
yeah. Didn't even like, yo, I'm Jonathan Gannon. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
He just went, oh, what's up, dude? Shoom, 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 shoom.
God. It's gonna make me
One more
really
time.
happy.
I kind of want
It's
to watch
gonna
it one more time.
you want? All right, I'll play it one more time. It's gonna make me really happy that he's gonna fail miserably.
Good. Good. Shots. Explosives. Explosives. You can run.
Explosives.
His face is like, what the
So
fuck
what
are you
the
saying to me right now?
Yeah, that's what I get myself into.
Oh my god, it's so good. All right. The one video I did see is I think it was his first. I think it was his first day in. I don't know if it was a locker. It was in the first day in the facilities, and he was like looking for Kyler Murray, and he went like on a wild goose chase for him, and was running around the halls looking for Kyler. It was one of the weirdest things ever. Not as weird as that video though. Pew pew.
No.
pew.
Shoom, 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 shoom. Shots.
So
Explosive.
Explosive.
I really wish it wasn't real, but I'm happy it is.
That's the title of the episode. Shots, explosives.
Shoom, shoom,
God.
shoom.
Oh, it's so good. All right, we can move on. Let's talk a little Phillies. There really isn't much. Obviously, spring training, pitchers and catchers. The first game is it this Thursday? Wednesday? It's this week coming up. I think it's Thursday.
What's
Their
that?
first-
I'm sorry.
They're the Phillies' first spring training game.
25th, I think.
The
25th?
Tigers, right?
Is it
They have
Thursday?
a-
Is it Thursday or Friday?
The 25th is Saturday.
Is it Saturday? Oh, I thought the first
Yeah, they
game
play.
was...
I think half the team plays Detroit, half the team plays the Yankees. Maybe.
Okay. I see.
I think it's the 25th. I'm pretty sure.
I'm looking it up now. Not that it matters, but I'm just curious. Yes, Saturday, correct. Detroit.
Yeah, I think the rest of
and
the
New
league
York.
plays starts Thursday. Like some teams start Thursday and Friday. I think the Phillies start Saturday. It's half Detroit, half Yankees. I think.
You know what I'm excited about? Obviously Trey Turner. That's number one. But number two, what's your number one criticism for Alec Bohm?
That he doesn't hit enough for enough power.
He gained 15 pounds of muscle.
Love that.
So he's going to be hitting him out of the bank this year. All right?
Dude, that's horny. Actually, I love
exactly.
that.
It gets me hot and bothered. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, that's what I'm excited for.
I love that actually. Also too, we can talk about Phillies, around the league, but I also kind of want to bring up World Baseball Classic too. I think we can get into that a little bit too.
Okay. When's that start?
That starts 2 weeks, or I think 2 weeks from tomorrow. I believe.
So those guys just leave spring training.
Yep.
Yeah. Where is this the World Baseball Classic?
It's all over. I think the U.S. team, the U.S. home, or I think it's all North America. I believe.
Okay.
I could be wrong about that. Somebody double check me on that. I think the home team or the home games for the U.S. are Arizona and somewhere in Miami, maybe. Like they have to play warm, obviously, in like warm areas because it's fucking February and March. But I'm pretty sure it's Miami and Arizona, and then
Taichung, Tokyo, Phoenix, and Miami will be the four host cities.
Okay, yeah.
So you had it right, Miami and Phoenix.
Where are the other besides America?
Tokyo and Taichung. I don't know where.
I think that's Chinese Taipei. I think that's in China. Yeah, I think it's China.
Interesting.
You know that China Taipei or TAPEI? They're usually always in the World Baseball Classic. It's not China, but
Taichung is in Taiwan.
Yeah. So
okay. Yeah. So Taiwan is essentially, well, not to get political, but China is basically trying to take over Taiwan again. And
I see. It's a Taiwan, Republic of China. That shit's too confusing for me. That's way too confusing.
Taiwan's
what it is.
Yeah, but like they're separate countries, so like it's just China thinks that they own it and they don't. It's just.
So it's like what we do. It's like what we do with Puerto Rico, basically. How we kind of own. Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico kind of likes us. They don't like Taiwan and China don't like each other.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like we actually help Puerto Rico. They don't help.
Right. I got you.
So
interesting.
Yeah.
But so who's in it? So who's in it for the Phillies? It's Turner, Schwarber, and there's one more, right? JT. Yeah, there you go.
And Harper was going to be in it, but
I think JT and Turner are two starting. I don't think Schwarber's a starter, but it's gonna be pretty cool. I think it's exciting. We haven't seen it in a while. It's gonna be interesting to see other guys play. I think Garrett Stubbs is playing for Israel.
Really?
Yeah. There's a couple other Phillies too. Somebody's playing for the Dominican Republic.
Sir Anthony?
No, he's not on a roster.
Really?
Yeah. I think Garrett Stubbs playing for Israel. Trying to think of other guys. There might be a list.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now. Hold on.
All right, it is Taiwan Walker, Mexico.
Okay.
Jose Alvarado and Ranger Suarez, Venezuela. Garrett Stubbs, Israel, and Gregory Soto, Dominican Republic.
Okay. Yeah, I knew they had a couple guys, and then it is just Schwarber, JT, and Turner.
Yeah. Yep.
For the U.S. Okay.
I see that Sir Anthony is going to beat Dominican Republic.
I know as of like last week it wasn't a thing. Maybe
February 9th. The one that I had.
This is back in January, so I could have a bad source.
Yeah, I just saw this the other day that like he's one guy that it was kind of surprising that he wasn't going to play in the World Baseball Classic for the Phillies. But
do you think it's because the Phillies don't want him playing in it, like because of his injury history? Well, if it was in the contract that he signed.
I don't know. Maybe. I guess it's not possible.
He's an injured because he gets injured a lot. So I wonder if they threw that in there.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question. Former Philly Jojo Romero is going to pitch for Mexico. So there you
Yeah,
go.
I just saw there's 4 ex-Phillies that are on Team Canada.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
I didn't see
Nick,
Canada.
Nick Pivetta,
Okay.
Felipe Amount,
Okay.
Scott Matherson,
Ooh.
and Matherson,
Yeah.
and Adam Lowen.
Felipe Omont, I would not expect to be Canadian, but to each their own. Hector Neris and Gene Seguro is going to be on the Dominican team. So there's that.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, no, it's exciting to watch, some baseball, some meaningful baseball. Because the Phillies obviously don't play until when's their home opener? April, March, something. When is it? Last week of March, maybe.
I think it's the 28th, maybe.
Their first game is March 30th.
Okay. Because usually it's like the 28th. They're off on my birthday on the 29th, and then they come back the 30th, 31st.
So they play on the 30th against Texas. Then they're off a day, which I never understood why.
Yeah.
They always do the one day and then the off, and then they come back on April 1st against Texas again.
What's their home opener?
Their home opener is April 6th against Cincinnati.
So what they play the Rangers, then the Yankees?
Yep.
Okay. And then they come home.
Yep.
Do you guys want to hear something really funny real quick? Mike Piazza is the head coach for Team Italy.
Love that.
Like, how do they do that? How do
Do
they
they
look
even have enough guys for Italy? Like, remember Nick Punto? He was like,
Yeah.
we could play for Team Italy. Like, they'll just take anybody. Like, Nick
Who
Punto
else?
was in, like fucking Minnesota.
Yeah, they're probably like, hey, you have Italian descent, right? Yeah, and he's like, you're gonna coach Italy. Well,
Yeah.
don't they speak Italian? Yeah, just talk with your hands. They'll understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
All right, try to guess some of the pitchers on Team Italy. One you've heard of. One you've heard of, and he doesn't even have an Italian name. One you've heard of.
Oh, wait. Who's the dude? Did the Phillies play him in the playoffs?
No.
Who's the dude on the Padres? One of their starters is like
Musgrove?
yeah.
He's like half Italian.
No.
The pitcher I'm thinking of pitches for, or I don't even know that he pitches anymore. But he pitched for the Mets, the Angels. Did he pitch for anybody else? Mainly for the Mets.
Johan Santana.
No, mainly for the Mets. Very basic name.
Bassett.
No, he hasn't pitched for the Mets in a few years. Pitched for the Angels recently, I think. Matt Harvey.
Oh, really?
Matt Harvey. Yep.
Yeah, they say if you have a lick of Italian, you can pitch. You
could be on that team.
Yeah.
Yeah. A Phillies prospect, Vito Friscia, is on Friscia is on their team. I'm trying to see if there's any other notable names. Nicky Lopez on the Italy team.
No.
Nicky Lopez, Kansas City Royals.
I don't know who that is. Am I supposed to know who that is?
No, Lopez.
The last name Lopez is the funny part, but he had a pretty good year last year, 2 years ago. He's a pretty good player for Kansas City.
Okay.
But Nicky Lopez.
Brandon Nimmo is playing for Italy.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, is he really?
Trey Mancini.
Why is he not on my list? I don't know.
This came out January 26th, so maybe they didn't make the roster. But
yeah,
could you imagine being Trey Mancini and you don't make the roster on Italy?
Or Brandon Nimmo, who just signed a nice contract, and they're like, actually, we don't need you.
Yeah, this article I'm looking at is from February 10th. It doesn't have Nimmo on the roster.
They didn't make the team.
They only have 3 outfielders though, so I don't know. Oh, David Fletcher is on the team from the Angels.
Yeah, the Angels. Yeah, infielder.
Max Stassi.
Okay.
No, Stassi's not.
No.
This other one's way off.
Yeah, who knows?
I
All
mean,
right.
if they didn't take them.
No, I guess not. Surprisingly, but I don't know how much deep dive you want to go into the Phillies, but I did have a
We can see.
roster. I did have a roster for you guys if you guys wanted
Let's
to
go.
do this.
I also
All
have a
right.
trivia for you guys too after this, but
Okay. So,
let's
hold on,
fire it in.
Let me pull it up. So I went a little wacky with this one, so don't hate me. I figured in honor of the NBA All-Star game, we would go with an All-Star roster.
Okay.
So can you name me the starting roster for the 2008 Major League Baseball
Let's
All-Star
go.
I can definitely think. I think
NL, NL.
Yeah, give me both. Whatever
So
one
the
you guys
starting
wanted to start
lineup,
with.
like the first inning,
Yes.
because it changes. Okay.
It is.
2008.
I do have the starting lineups if there's a player that's, wasn't on the team
All right.
or whatever.
So should we do NL or AL first?
Whatever one you want.
All right. Can we switch back and forth?
It might get a little confusing for me, so stick with one.
All right.
Let's go AL.
Giovanni Soto. Okay.
Or what do we
AL or
want to do?
NL?
What?
AL or NL? You just
Let's
named
do
an NL.
NL.
You just
Let's do NL first.
okay.
Okay,
You just Soto. You got right.
Kasuke Fukudome.
Jesus Christ, outfielder for the Cubs. Yes,
Alfonso Soriano.
correct. Another one for the Cubs.
Go.
He's on a
Wait,
roll.
I know this because there was one of those video games at that time that you could steal. I forget the bigs, and you could
The
take
Bigs was
players,
great.
and you could take players. And I remember the All Star team that year, Prince Fielder.
Prince Fielder. Yeah, there you go.
Prince Fielder was not in the starting lineup,
Ah.
and he wasn't
Pujols.
in the bench guy either. Who? Pujols? He was
Pujols,
the DH. Yes.
Utley.
Lee, correct.
Rollins.
Nope.
Probably not.
Chipper Jones.
Chipper Jones. Yep. He's on a roll. He's
Who
on
the hell played
fire.
first? Pew pew pew. Explosion. Shots.
Explosives.
Braun.
Ryan Braun. Yes, the third outfielder that you named for the Brewers.
Do they have a DH?
They did. You already named them. Pujols. One
Derek
name.
Lee.
Nope.
Todd Helton.
Nope. All you're missing is the first baseman and the shortstop.
Hanley Ramirez.
Shortstop. Yep. Fucking killing it.
My boy's wicked smart.
First baseman.
What team?
Uh,
Don't give me the team.
It,
Don't give me.
will give it away. Do you want me to give you the team?
All right. No. We're gonna figure this out.
What about pitcher?
Ryan Howard? What the fuck?
No, not Ryan Howard.
Are you kidding me?
No, it was not Ryan Howard.
Don't give me the team. Don't give us a team.
Okay.
Let's go by teams. Marlins, the Braves, the Phillies, the Nats was not. Zimmer was still up there.
Was Miggy at first at that point for the Marlins?
Nope. Well, he might have been. He wasn't on. That's not who this guy is. And also, this is going to give away what team it was. But if you
Stop.
go by, okay, go ahead.
No. Don't give us a hint. I don't want a hint.
Okay, go ahead.
Delgado, Carlos Delgado for the
Nope.
Mets.
Nope.
Jesus, it's not Prince Fielder or Ryan Howard or Pujols. Pujols is DH, but
Yep.
Adrian Gonzalez,
Nope.
Mark Teixeira,
Nope.
Jeff Bagwell.
Nope. We've reached an impasse.
Oh man, I'm just trying to think of teams. Arizona. This is like a big guy too, right? Like,
Yep.
The fuck?
Damn.
No. We got to get this. I don't care if we're here all night.
He might at some point be a Hall of Famer. I think he's borderline.
Todd Helton, no.
Nope.
Aubrey Huff.
Nope.
Who could it be?
Did he always play first?
Yes, I believe so. Might have played a little outfield later in his career, maybe.
James Loney. No.
Nope. No.
Carlos Pena.
Nope.
Oh no, he has a good one. But he's AL, right?
I don't know if he was on the NL team at that time.
Can I give any hint? Team,
Gonzo?
anything?
Can you give us a division at least?
That's where it gets tricky, because the team he was on was in the NL at that time. They currently are
Lance Berkman.
Lance Berkman, correct.
So
I couldn't give you a hint without telling you it was the Astros, basically.
But Berkman played outfield a lot. Because
In
Bagwell was the first. It was Bagwell, Berkman, and yeah.
In 08, he started as their first baseman in the.
Yeah, he was an outfielder. Oh, Carlos Lee, you said. I'm thinking of, or no, you said Carlos Pena, right?
I said Pena, yeah.
Because I think him and Carlos Lee kind of play a little bit of first base after Bagwell.
Yeah.
So they have a number of pitchers. Did you just want to name 5 or see how many you can name?
Ooh.
Johan Santana.
No.
Lincecum.
Yep.
Kershaw was a rookie, but I don't think he was in the All-Star game though.
Nope. You might get like 2 or 3 more names. 4
Carlos
tops.
Zambrano.
Yep.
I'm trying to think. The Cubs were really had a lot of all-stars.
Good. Yeah.
2 more.
2 more pitchers.
3 more pitchers.
Cubs.
Yep.
Jesus.
Kerry Wood.
Kerry Wood. Yep.
I
don't know if
Ryan Dempster.
Yep. 4.
How the fuck did they get all these guys?
Brad Lidge was definitely a pitcher in that year. He lost the All-Star game.
He did make it 5. So you've named 5 already. I don't know if you want to keep going.
Dom.
I got nothing.
Pitchers.
Cole Hamels?
Nope.
I don't think any Philly starting pitchers made it that year.
Nope.
So it was just Utley and Lidge?
Yep.
Even on the bench?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to go with those 5.
Yeah. Aaron Cook, Dan Herron,
Dan
Carlos Marmol, who's the other
he was the closer for the Cubs.
Yeah. Ben Sheets, Edinson Volquez, Billy Wagner, Brandon Webb, Brian Wilson are the guys you missed.
Oh, Fear the Beard.
All right, so let's go to the American League now, and this is going to be over with a snap of a finger with how quick you got the other one. Jeter, correct. Shortstop.
A-Rod.
Third base.
Pedroia.
Second base.
Ortiz, DH.
Correct.
Ichiro.
Correct.
What year was this? 08?
08.
08.
You're missing catcher, first base,
Mauer.
2 outfielders. Yep, catcher, Mauer.
Morneau.
Nope.
Teixeira.
Nope.
Yeah, I think Teixeira was in the NL.
Euclid, correct.
Wow.
So 2
Yankees on the left and 2 Red Sox on the right.
Yep.
So left field and center field, right?
Yep.
Was Josh Hamilton good at this time?
He was. Yep. He was the second outfielder. Yep. Missing one more outfielder.
Not that you have to be a center fielder, but
was this guy a center fielder?
No.
Interesting.
I don't believe so.
Maglio Ordonez?
No.
Johnny Damon?
Nope.
Oh, that's actually not a bad guess. Who else was good at that time? Who was the Boston Red Sox outfielder at that time?
Dude, I'm like drawing a blank right now.
Was Ellsbury there?
Nope. I can't believe you haven't named this guy. I really can't. I'm surprised.
Just think of a really good outfielder from 08 in the AL. Hideki Matsui?
Nope.
That is a good guess, though.
This is why I stumped you. Never thought this would be the name you guys would be stumped on.
08. This
Let
was
me give you a division.
this was the 07 season, right? Or the 08
No,
season.
08 season.
The guy that I'm thinking, I don't know if he played because he got traded.
No, I don't think it's that guy.
I'm thinking it's Manny, but he got traded to
Manny
the
Ramirez? Yes, it was
Dodgers.
Manny. It was Manny.
Oh.
He got traded after. Yeah.
Did he get traded that season?
Yeah, he got
Yeah.
traded to the Dodgers.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of the 9 were Red Sox or Yankees.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Wait, the catcher. We still need the catcher, don't we?
No, he got a Mauer.
Mauer.
Oh, right.
He said Mauer. So you
Pitchers.
got that. Pitchers, yes.
Mariano Rivera.
Yep. 1.
CC Sabathia.
No.
Cliff Lee.
Yep.
K-Rod.
Nope.
Roy Halladay.
Yep.
Felix Hernandez.
No.
Jeez.
James Shields.
Nope.
I'm trying to think of the Rays that year.
Yeah.
No, there is a Ray on here. Yep.
Who's the other big guy? Their other pitcher. Oh my gosh. He was a little younger.
Who's the dude that's still in the league from them?
I don't know.
What do we have? 3 of them?
3. Yep. There are a couple gettable names.
The Red Sox were good this year.
Yep.
Papelbon.
Yep. 4.
Yeah.
Who was the Rays pitcher?
The only thing I could think of from Boston is John Lester, but he was like a rookie then too.
Nah, there's no more Boston Red Sox on this.
Okay.
It was just Papelbon.
Francisco Rodriguez isn't on there?
Francisco Rodriguez is, yeah. Did you say him?
I said K-Rod.
Oh,
That's what they used to call him.
sorry. So you got that's 5.
No, you're good. But who's the Rays pitcher? Now I'm...
Don't me tell you.
Hold up.
You definitely know him. I'll say that. You definitely know him.
I can't believe I can't think of the pitchers right
I
now.
can't think of his name either.
There's also 2 more. There's also 2 more Angels on here.
Jared Weaver.
No.
It wasn't James Shields. It wasn't
Nope.
Scott Kazmir.
Yep. There you go.
I don't know who. I think we've reached.
I got nothing. Yeah, my brain is mush.
So the ones you missed: Justin Deshier, Joe Nathan, Irvin Santana, Joe Saunders, George Sherrill, and Joakim Soria.
Oh,
So there you go.
Interesting.
You guys did a lot better than I thought because it's a while ago. You had to really
Yeah.
tap back into the memory for that one.
I was like, I literally was sitting here. I was like, please say 08. In my head, I was like, please say 08 because I
That's funny.
remember the bigs. That was
Yeah.
that was one of my favorite games playing as a
That
kid.
game was awesome.
You could
Loved
just
it.
steal players from other teams.
Yep. That was awesome. Those era of video games are just so much better than what they make now.
Yeah.
The bigs, MVP baseball was great.
What
NHL
was,
hits.
what was the one with Bean, where you could like hit the guys all the time?
Was that Slugfest?
Slugfest, yeah.
Yeah.
Slugfest was another good one.
Yeah, it was.
Dom,
you guys.
what's your trivia?
Yeah, did you have the trivia, Dom?
Do you want to hit it? It's we're running a little late here.
Yeah,
but
it's whatever.
we can do it.
Yeah, we can do it.
All right. So I have a list. Can you name the now it's 13 quarterbacks to win multiple Super Bowls?
Brady.
Yeah, obviously Brady.
All right, so Brady's one.
Obviously
Mahomes.
Mahomes.
Mahomes is two.
Terry
Montana.
Bradshaw, Montana.
Bradshaw. Yep.
Both Mannings.
Yep. I was
Yep.
about to say that. What? How many we got now? Is that 7, 6?
Six.
Steve Young.
Nope.
Did Roethlisberger only win 1 or did he win 2?
He won 2, right?
Roethlisberger.
Big Ben. Yep. 7.
Aikman.
Yep.
Elway.
Yep. You're at 9.
Out of 13.
Yep. These are gonna be these last 4 are gonna be hard. Well, there's
Okay.
there's one I think you guys can get, but the other 3 I don't know if you guys are gonna get.
What errors are they? What error are they? Old guys.
Yeah, before any of us were thought of.
Phil Simms.
Nope. All right, so you got Brady, Montana, Elway, Aikman, both Mannings, Roethlisberger, Bradshaw.
Favre.
He's got 1.
He only has
And
one.
Mahomes. Yep.
I got to think of these early Dallas teams. Drew Pearson, was he their quarterback? No, he wasn't their quarterback.
He's the receiver.
Brett Starr, is that his name? Did he win too?
Brett Starr is 1.
Oh
Yep.
shit.
All right, you got 3 more. He was not the guy of the last one I thought you were gonna get.
Unitas.
Nope.
Not Namath either, right?
Nope. I think he's only got 1.
You might have stumped us with these last. What do
You
we?
you guys know these 3 names?
I'm sure we do.
Early Cowboy.
Steve Young. Did we say Steve Young?
Yeah.
Steve Young is not on there.
Who else was in
I'm really surprised. Favre
Kansas
only
City
won one.
Chiefs? Early Kansas City
Favre's
Chiefs.
been to 2, I think. He
Yeah.
lost to Elway. What did you say?
I said
Kansas City.
early Kansas City teams.
No, they only have 1 Super Bowl before Mahomes.
Okay.
They just won their 3rd.
Not Jim McMahon.
Nope.
I might be tapped.
You guys
out.
did name the team that you're missing.
When did we name him? What team was it?
Dallas. I gotta think of early Dallas players. How many are we missing, Dom?
This one's easy. 3. You were at 9, and then Mike got Bart Starr.
The
Just for the sake of
Rams.
time, we might have to throw in the towel.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're running out of time here, boys.
Yeah. I
Did
got nothing.
the Rams, early Rams quarterback.
I don't know who this guy played for, to be honest, but I don't think it was the Rams. I don't think they have multiple Super Bowls.
I hate having to give up.
I know.
I know we're getting there.
Yep.
You tell me when, Mike.
I'll give Chris another 15 seconds or so to think.
Nah, you're good. We're good.
All right. Yeah. Then we'll throw in the towel. What do you got?
Roger Staubach,
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Bob Grease,
Okay.
and Jim Plunkett.
Okay. I heard of him
That's
obviously, but
I definitely Plunkett. He played for Oakland, right?
Yes,
Yeah. He beat us in '83.
80, I think it was.
80.
Yeah.
you know, Chris, I'm proud of that effort that we just.
Yeah,
put
no,
in.
that was great.
That's
That was
what we
great.
did.
I mean, some of them were toss ups, but
Yeah, obviously.
yeah, that's all. I got.
All right, we're getting out of here. You guys got anything else you want to get off your chest before we leave?
Shoot, 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 shoot.
pew, 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 pew.
Shots.
Explosives. All right, we're gonna get out of here. Everybody, check us out: firedupsports.com, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook at Fired Up Sports. Listen on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere you get podcasts. We will see everybody next week. I was about to say go Birds, and now I'm sad again because they don't play until next year. God damn it! Why do I do this to myself? We'll see everybody next week.